Alright, welcome back guys. This is part 2 of my Let's Play for Eternal Darkness. And as I said from last time, we'd already got the journal page for the next chapter, so all we need to do is just click use and it just throws us right in.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start. I am reminded of ideas I first encountered in Sir James George Fraser's book, The Golden Bough, a study in magic and religion. We are overwhelmed by a very human need to weave a web of meaning where there may be none. Since time immemorial, ancient peoples have dressed up their lack of knowledge as gods and demons. I have discovered that sometimes the fates of gods and mortals intertwine, and legends are born.
Thy time is done, great ancient. Forever in shadow will you be master of chaos, and to fade to nothing in obscurity will be thy fate. My master has planned many millennia for this day. It is the true chaos of all things that you now must be entombed amongst the beings
of flesh and bone. You have a great monument here, Chattur'gha. It is a pity that no one will ever recognize it as yours. May the darkness claim thee, crawling chaos and damned beast! No longer will thy reign be kept over the ancients you have kept imprisoned. Thou hast seen the last of this world.
Not even these mythical fables can keep me amused. There has to be something to do around here. I only wish something that fantastic and of higher purpose could happen to me.
And so it begins. This character, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but like I said, just another where we're kind of going back in time and seeing their story. And I guess it all starts out of boredom, if nothing else, but let's see. Well, and we're going to see this recurring motif throughout the whole game of all three, which we now know are they're like symbols of each guardian. There's three main guardians. And the fourth one that we saw in that cutscene, though apparently he's not doing so well. Just got stabbed with a bunch of pillars that Pius threw at him, so... but again, more will be revealed. So there's this strange necklace around the statue's neck, and oh, I didn't even think to look where that door went. But oh, I think actually that I think we'll actually come back through this room and go through that way at some point. So and what does the necklace do? Oh, that's right. I think it heals you. Yeah, it can cast a healing spell 10 times. Now we don't have any ways of casting spells just yet, but soon we'll have ways to do just that. So until then, we have to rely on these magic items. Well, a room full of corpses. This can only mean good things. And as we saw in the last level or last chapter, these corpses have a tendency to come back to life. But they're just chilling here for now. We can try and stab at them, but nothing will happen. Looks like we got some nice little candles here, and there is a significance to the candles and their position with the sun in the picture of you can see just above the candles. I like how whenever I do stuff like this, I point at the screen physically, like you watching at home, like you can see my gesticulations, but yeah, eventually I'll learn how to do these things better. So, let's venture forth. And of course, any sort of temple or secret shrine or something like that, it has to have little, I guess, pressure sensitive plates on the floor that activate traps. And they go all across the game, but we'll see lots more crazy ones later on, but for now it's just easy enough just to walk around them. I mean, you can tell from the discoloration of the floor which one is a pressure plate and which one isn't, so it's nothing too crazy just yet. And speaking of crazy, oh man, I wish I could have said I timed that on purpose. But this is where the really cool stuff begins. I mentioned last time that we're gonna start sinking our teeth into the really juicy stuff pretty soon here. And it all starts with the Sanity Meter. I would argue probably the game's most innovative and or at least the most interesting part is that there are things that can affect your character's sanity. And when your sanity gets low enough, the game really starts to mess with you in different ways and in different... It gets really creepy really quickly. So when a monster looks at you, it lowers your sanity. Like when his or her eyes meet yours, it lowers your sanity. Sanity meter goes down. If it gets too low, it can actually, like if your sanity meter is empty and a monster looks at you, actually take away from your health. And the way to restore your sanity is to do the finishing move. So finish this guy off, and it'll show. Well, first it's gonna show the cutscene, but it showed my sanity meter go up. But for this Let's Play, and I'm doing this on purpose, I won't be doing any finishing moves, and I won't be healing myself unless absolutely necessary. I won't be healing my sanity unless it's for the sake of preserving health. So what I'm going to be doing is wanting to show off all the game's crazy sanity effects and all the stuff that it does to throw at you. So it's going to be pretty creepy. And I mean, I've played through this game. I think this is probably my 5th or my 6th playthrough of this game throughout my years, and to this day, it still creeps me out, some of the stuff. Even though I think I've seen every sanity effect that the game can have, but man, I don't know, it still gives me goosebumps, some of this stuff. So trust me, we're in for some really cool stuff. Like I said, the sanity effects that is are, I would say at least are this game's strongest part. Like, the story is cool, the characters are interesting, and the gameplay is fun, and the puzzles are, kind of eh. But, I mean, this game does a lot of things right, but the best thing it does, I think, is the sanity system. I'm sure there are other games that have done stuff like that. I know one example that comes to mind is Max Payne, when, after a certain point in the game, and for those who haven't played it, I won't ruin it, but after a certain point in the game, your character kind of breaks the fourth wall for a bit. And kind of messes with you a bit. And it's always fun when games can do that, but I don't know of any others that come to mind, at least, that went to this great of extent. And let's just see, I had a few monsters looking at me, something, yeah, my sanity's down to a little bit, and we're not really seeing anything just yet. When it gets down to halfway, a little more, a little less, that's when you start to really see some interesting things happen. So with all my yapping about, we picked up a bronze necklace. We replaced it with the one that we picked up earlier for the statue, and we can now progress further down this path, which was originally closed off to us. And looks, yeah, there are lots of, again, kind of recurring themes here, with the sun rising above the edge of the world in this case. So it's all very dramatic and brooding. And again, one with it. And I was talking when I did the candle thing earlier, but yeah, the point is to always match the candles with the position of the sun. It's nothing too mind-blowing. So I'll just walk around these conspicuously placed pressure plates and continue further. Oh, well, not like it's gonna matter. And of course, the door's behind us. I see a new type of monster. But they all kind of boil down. They all kind of run together after a while. The blue ones, and there's one for each major guardian. The blue ones, they're a little bit harder to kill, and they can explode if you let them go on. If you don't kill them soon enough. The green ones, they have much less health, but when they hit you, they damage your sanity as well as your health. Then there are also red ones that regenerate pretty quickly, and they're also a little bit tougher to kill. And then this one, there is no sun in the picture, so we just put the other ones out. So nothing too mind-shattering there. And I think, yeah, that one goes down, and they actually both lead to the same door, so there's no need to go back around or anything along those lines. Alright. Oh wait, it was... I've already lost my bearings. I think it was this way. Maybe this one. Crap, I can't remember. I can do. We do have a map. We can check. Yep, I'm going backwards. Derp. Okay, cool. And my sanity is down to about I'd say a third of the way there. And we're starting to hear noises in the background. I don't know if you can tell, but the camera is actually a little bit tilted. And also, the walls are bleeding, which, believe it or not, is not a normal thing. So if you come home from work one day and you find that your walls are bleeding, you should probably, well, what would be the first thing you do? I don't know. I guess take pictures. The pressure plates and whatnot are starting to get a little bit more well hidden. Okay, that's something we'll have to come back to, actually. Actually, I think just going this way. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that just leads back to the same room, so we can actually go on our merry way. And I probably could have avoided that, but I can't be expected to be productive. And no, these things do not instantly kill you; they just do a good amount of damage. They don't. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty. It's just. Yeah, just don't walk into them. So there's a blowgun, giggity, sitting on the pedestal, and we pick it up. Ooh, wall bleeding there. But a trapdoor happens, and shit gets real. And looks like our knife is broken, so all we got is a blowgun, giggity.
A secret passage in the temple.
They're the red guys I mentioned. Since I picked the Red Guardian, we're going to be seeing more of the red guys than anything else, I would say. And I like how when you poison them with the blowgun, they turn green to indicate that they're poisoned. Like I guess, which is good because I mean, I guess unpoisoned darts would be pretty boring. We've got 90. No, we start with 99 shots, and yeah, it does damage them a little bit. Yeah, we've got 95. I don't think we're gonna run out of ammo anytime soon. And the point is to protect that guy in the corner who's, I'm pretty sure armed, but just kind of hiding in the corner while he lets the very scantily clad and unarmed woman do all the work, which is a very manly thing to do. But now they're dead, and this guy suddenly has his composure. The guard is grateful for Elia, that's her name, for saving his life while he was, pissing himself. I'm suddenly reminded of Pommy from Bomberman 64, the second attack, when every time there was any sort of major confrontation, he would just hide in the corner and piss himself. Oh, we still have our knife, but it's still on the freaking floor because I left it there. Short sword, whatever, what do you want to call it? Semantics. So we can talk to him and he will repair our short sword for us. By casting a mysterious spell. Yep. Yeah, that's totally normal. And no, you can, attack friendly NPCs, but it's like, why bother? So I'm just gonna stick with a short sword just because the poison thing with the darts is cool, but I'm not a patient guy. We're getting some more creative noises in the back. Oh, well, I tripped that one. We're getting some more weird noises in the background, and some might find it annoying. Actually, I don't find it annoying. I think it just adds to it, but I know a lot of people complain.
My dear Alex, I will always be at your side. There are times when insanity takes hold, and nothing seems right. During those times, I will help you. Fear not, for I will keep the darkness away.
And note that was a scripted thing. I mean, that wasn't just anything. But and we'll see more of those as time goes on. And our character is talking to herself. Yeah, sanity's below the halfway point. But yeah, we'll see more things like that. But as the game goes on, it gets interesting. I guess I'll say that much. Camera's tilted even more. I don't know if you can really tell, but the more insane we get, the more the camera kind of I don't know, tilts off to the side. I think it's more symbolic more than anything else. Perhaps a key or a lever could fit there. Awesome. Awesome possum. Oh, and there's some nice little artwork. Skeletal demon befriending the ancient camera people. Awesome. I don't know if you can really tell too well in YouTube's video viewer thing with its resolution, but I don't know. You can kind of see the demon off on the side. I don't know. I think it looks nice. And there's a lot of just little things like that where it's clear that the developers, or at least I guess the artists, the ones in charge of the game's assets, got pretty creative with a lot of the stuff, with a lot of the artwork and a lot of the designs and a lot of things. I mean, there's some really cool things to be seen in this game.